How to make money as a kid online. There are so many ways. So specifically, let's talk about how do you have opportunities around the house in your neighborhood and then take them online. There was so many ideas in that category. Number two, for tech-savvy kids, what are your opportunities? They're even bigger and more robust because they can charge like a young adult. And number three, the biggest financial mistakes and why you need to stay to the end for you to hear them as a parent. And if you're a kid, you're going to want to know because you do not want these mistakes. It's going to cost you more than most of the money you make in a month. So what are the opportunities that you can do in your home or around the neighborhood? Well, the obvious. I don't know how many times people want to have a garage sale. We'll have an online garage sale, right? My kids are going through that right now. You can use Poshmark, which is what my daughter uses to resell a lot of her clothing, my clothing that we haven't used or worn in a long time. Also, Facebook Marketplace. You have local Facebook marketplaces localized in your neighborhood where people can come and actually pick up things. Or you can do an old-fashioned garage sale, but I would put the garage sale online so people can buy online and they can walk up to your house and actually buy. There's tons of things you can do inside your home and neighborhood to help you, especially your neighbors, if you have any elderly neighbors. A little tip, there's a lot of 55-year-old plus like neighborhoods that have hundreds of homes in them. Can you imagine setting your child free? Well, not free, you probably should from safety go with them, but go into those neighborhoods. A lot of them, they don't know tech, they have stuff to sell, they don't know how to do it, and they could actually do online garage sales and online sales for a lot of those seniors who don't have a lot of good tech skills, but they do need to eliminate a bunch of stuff. Online opportunities for tech-savvy kids, that gets enormous. So the first thing I would do is go brick and mortar. I go door to door to door to the businesses. First, I'd look up their website, see what they're doing. I'd look up their social media profiles and just see, do they even have any of that? If they don't, then you can go in and make a presentation about why they need to be on Facebook, why do they need to be on Instagram, depending on, what they're selling in the brick and mortar. Do you help them get on Craigslist? Do you help them do what they need to do to get online? So many, especially older brick and mortar store owners, don't have a good presence and need more traffic. They don't even come up on Google searches for most of them. It might be just because they don't even know how to do an SEO or any sort of search. So your kids that have that capacity, it's enormous. If they know how to do photography and videography, they're going to even add more money to their monthly income. And remember, I'm not saying allowance and I'm not saying a paycheck. I'm saying monthly income because I want to train them to be entrepreneurial in their thinking. Even if they go off to college and get a traditional job like my son did, he's actually becoming a CPA, working for a big CPA firm. He still does side hustles. He still tutors. He still teaches other folks. He still does a lot of just basic bookkeeping prep for people. There's a lot you can do, and you want to have them live corporate life as they become 18 onto a different chapter and a different video. So if you want to know about living corporate life, go to my search bar at the top and start looking for corporate life. Also, I want to give you and your family 2 tickets to my Millionaire Intensive. It's in the link below. That's actually going to teach you what corporate life really means, how to do some marketing. You'll get a ton of ideas for you and your kids on what they can do to make money online. And you actually can be in a marketplace where they can practice selling their item, their product, or their service. Digital marketing is one of the biggest, it's like the number one job opportunity, content production. Now, some of the kids probably don't know how to do the content, but they can capture the content just like someone's doing here on my video channel. So digital marketing is enormous and every business needs it. So start guiding your kid if they are tech savvy towards that, and they're going to have a huge, very, very lucrative, career going forward, whatever they do in a job or as an entrepreneur. Now, before I go to the mistakes, which are critical that you understand, I want you to subscribe to the channel. Click the notification button. I want you here 5 days a week. You and your family, anyone over 5. So that means you're going to share this channel with your immediate family. I'd share it with your extended family. And why don't you just go grab 10 other friends that need to learn this and be in this conversation? Wouldn't you rather be parents sitting around having conversations about what your kids could even do together? They could partner together. Somebody is maybe more tech savvy, but somebody else is a little more extroverted and willing to walk into these brick and mortar stores. So together they'd have a good little business together. But that's up to you parents. You've got to help put that together and help guide and initiate that. So the mistakes that most people make is teaching kids just to make it and spend it however they want. So while you're here, I'm going to give you a gift called GravyStack. It's a link to a kids bank that I'm an investor in. And it's not just a kids bank with a debit card. It's going to give you categories of spending, which goes into the debit card, saving, which is what I call investing, going to an iFlip account, which will give you that app that's for free. You can start for $50 to invest in the stock market, and sharing, which is your charitable contribution. So you and your child can start defining how you want them to make and spend their money, because making it and just spending on frivolous stuff is not what you want to teach them. So be mindful about forecasting. Also be mindful that the debit card by itself up until around 12, 13 is okay. Then start introducing a credit card. Yes, it's going to be your credit card, so you're going to be very mindful about when you hand it to them or take it back as they get older. Like my daughter has had one and she carries it in her possession and she has to reconcile it and we have to pay it all off every month. It has helped my credit score over 50 points, so it's kind of a good thing. But you have to be very, very, very cautious with that. So work with your kids. There's tons of ways you can make money online. And here's what I'm going to say to some of you parents. Sometimes your kids have a better idea than you do. The kids that I've helped make millionaires, their parents, one of them had to quit their job to actually start the company, an LLC, an S Corp, a C Corp, and actually own it until the kid was 18. But the kid had a better idea than the parent, and together they made way more money. But the parents are going to have to be involved. So again, be here every day. And if you have any questions, go to askloral.com, ask a question, make a request, and we'll be right back tomorrow with more information.